Hey everyone, I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again today with another exciting G.I. Joe action figure review for you. Today we're taking a look at the Pursuit of Cobra line, and we're looking at the Jungle Viper. This is a pretty cool looking character, in the box at least. It looks like he's got a lot of really cool accessories and some very interesting things going on with his costume, so I'm kind of excited to look at this thing and kind of see what is going on and get everything out into the open and see exactly what is packaged with this thing, because it's got some weird looking stuff in here. It looks like a palm tree in the package, so I don't know. But we're going to tear into this thing together and find out what is that palm tree thing. So stick with us. This is the Jungle Viper. Pretty cool looking package. Again, this is from the Pursuit of Cobra line. Nice artwork on the side. Makes him look pretty much like a cross between the Night Viper and a crazy palm tree. Flip it over here so we can see the back. Pretty nice. File card. The Jungle Assault Mission. Pretty cool looking. This one came out in 2010. Like the other Pursuit of Cobra line, the packaging does have these nice little embossed little, I don't know what you call them, but little things on them anyways. But we're going to go ahead and open this thing up, because that's what we're interested in today, is what the actual figure looks like. The accessory pack comes out pretty easily. Then the rest of the figure. And now that that's out, we can get rid of this. Recycle it. It is a nice package though. Pretty cool looking. But recycling. So here is the accessory kits to open. So we're going to start over here. We do have the traditional figure stand. Got the nice Cobra logo on it. And the codename Jungle Viper. Pretty cool. Pretty standard stuff. We also have the packaged insert. It's folded up crazily. See if we can get it unfolded here real quick. There we go. So on one side we have just the figure lineup itself to act as a semi-checklist, I guess. Then on the back we have a pretty cool looking battle scene going on. Strangely enough, this one is for City Strike mission, not the Jungle Assault mission that the figure is supposed to be on. So I haven't really paid much attention to these to see if these are just randomly packaged or what they are, but they seem random anyways to me. We have these two wing pieces. I guess they're wing pieces. We'll figure that out in a minute. We've got some kind of crazy nub hub thing. Looks like that is his face mask attachment. This is some kind of I don't know what this is right now, but we'll figure that out. Then this really cool looking gun. Pretty large. Pretty impressive. Moving on to the figure. We've got this cool little tripod sled thing. Don't know what that's about. Then we've got another piece of his crazy gear. his palm tree apparatus. And then the rest of this is attached to the figure, I think. Nope, these pieces are also just by them. Well, this piece is by itself anyways. A lot of palm tree stuff here. Then the figure itself. Pretty cool looking. He's got this weird palm tree thing on his arm. Then we've got a couple of other pieces here for his palm tree. That one just slides out. And then we've got this piece of rubber band as well that we're going to go ahead and remove. And that's it. So there are a lot of accessory pieces to this particular figure. And that's pretty cool. A ton of accessories. So we'll go ahead and zoom in now and take a closer look at these things and see if we can figure out how to, attach them all together. So as you can see, there's a lot of accessory pieces to this thing. So I think we're going to just go ahead and concentrate on that to begin with, and then we'll look at the figure. So we'll move the figure to the side here and just look at building this thing temporarily. So to start with, we have this little green piece in the middle. This is essentially the backpack attachment. And all the rest of these pieces will attach to it, and then you attach it to the figure with the backpack. So there is a kind of unique little hub system going on here with these kind of ball joints. So we're going to take these, and so if you can see this, hopefully, on each of these pieces there is a little mark right here. So this one says L1. Then we've got a R1. So we'll say left one, right one. This piece is the top piece, so we'll just put it right there. This one says L2, if you can see that. So it will go over here, and then we've got an R2 right here. So we essentially have them all kind of laid out here in the configuration that they should be going in. So we'll start with the left side. These ball joints just slide straight into these connector points like that. They just snap in place. Then they actually will rotate pretty much 360 degrees to go whichever way you want them to go. But they do just snap in place. So we'll do those two pieces first. And that kind of forms the basis of this crazy backpack system. Then the L2 piece attaches to the ball point on the L1 piece. You just kind of line it up and just press it in place like so. Then again, it does rotate up and down. Those pieces don't rotate as easily left and right, but they do rotate, so you can kind of put it in any configuration you want to till it pops off. But it just pops back in place, so pretty nice. And we've got R2 over here. Not the droid, the piece. There we go. And then the top piece attaches to the top ball. Like so. And you've got this crazy shroud cloak thing that looks like a palm tree. And it does a really good job actually of mimicking something like a palm tree. So, pretty cool looking. Then to attach it to the actual figure, There's just the peg in the back of it and the peg hole in the back of his costume. Just put it in place and it kind of just goes around the character like so and kind of just folds in around him. And you can kind of move all these things around. It's a pretty cool concept, to be honest with you. Kind of like a ghillie suit, but a little bit more mobile and configurable. But yeah, overall pretty cool looking. So we'll go ahead and set that to the side. We'll come back to it here in a little while. While we have the figure here, we'll go ahead and look at it. So it comes with one piece already attached to his arm, and it pops off pretty easily actually, so we'll set it to the side here and take a look at the figure itself. Really nice detail work in this figure. He feels a little bit loose joint wise. I don't know if that's just the figure I have or if that's a common problem here, but his legs are, as you can see, a little bit loose here. But overall, pretty nice looking design. Nice detail work in the actual costume itself. We do have his pistol being held on by one of these crazy clear rubber bands, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove that real quick. He does come with one pistol in his hand already, and then on his lower right side he's got another pistol in a holster that's removable. So it is the exact same pistol, so you got two of the same, and they are pretty cool looking. That one just slides back into the holster pretty easily and locks in place. He does have on his armor here another holster, so we can put that pistol in that holster. So very cool. I always appreciate it when you have enough holsters for all the sidearms you got. Articulation wise, the head moves 360 degrees and up and down. Pretty nice. It does have this shoulder armor here. It's made out of that flexible plastic stuff, so it kind of will move around on you, so it's not limiting motion for the head whatsoever, which is nice. The shoulders are the traditional ball joint and swivel joint. Ball and swivel at the elbows. And you have both a swivel and a ball joint at the wrist, which is pretty nice. So you get lots of extra articulation. It looks like, yeah, they only included the wrist articulation rocker joint on the left hand. The right hand is just a straight swivel joint, I think. Nope. It rocks as well, just in a different capacity. So very cool. Ab crunch feature is there, but his lower armor does kind of inhibit that a little bit, so you don't get a lot of motion there, but there is still some. Hip joint is the traditional one we're used to seeing. Again, this particular one is pretty loose with that particular joint. Then he does have a double knee joint, and then the rocker and swivel at the ankle. I'll point out that all this armor that he's got on is made of that real flexible plastic, so it moves very easily. Even the extended pieces on his knee joint are that extra soft plastic, so yeah, pretty cool. So a lot of detail work here, a lot of cool stuff going on. Cobra symbol on this side. Overall, a really nicely detailed figure, and it works really well with the color scheme going on here. You'll notice that they do have these ball joints on his wrists. That is specifically for his attachment pieces. So we've got 2 of these. And luckily they are labeled R2 and L1. So left and right sides. So you don't have to worry about getting them confused. These things just snap in place on those little ball joints. And then he's got some extra wings. It's part of his camouflage. And it works really well, actually. It's a pretty cool little feature. One of the other accessories he comes with is this visor with this crazy looking contraption. It's supposed to be some kind of, much like the Night Viper, kind of a laser guidance system for, infrareds and scope. So you'll notice that there are these little small pegs in the side, and on his actual helmet itself, or his head, he's got these peg holes in the side. So all you got to do is just line these up and snap that in place. And then the visor just snaps on there. Then you can lower it down into place or raise it up. So that's a pretty cool little feature. I must say he looks a lot better with it down than he does with it up. He looks like he's got a big bamboo shoot coming out of his head when it's up. But it does look pretty awesome with that down. So yeah, there is that part of it. Then we've got a couple other accessories to take a look at. First up, we've got this really big assault rifle. And by really big, I do mean really big. Then we got this other little piece here, which I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's a flamethrower. That sounds about right to me. Nice detail work on it anyways. Then he's got this thing here, which is some kind of tripod sled system. And now we got to figure out how to attach these things and what they're supposed to do. So up front, looking at the big gun, you'll notice there is this pivot point right here, this peg. And on the sled system itself, there's also this peg hole. So I'm just going to assume that that peg and that peg hole will line up, and you just press it in place, and you've got a sled system for this big gun. So that's pretty cool. And that works pretty well. And I'm not sure about this thing. It also has kind of a peg on the back of it, so I would assume it would be similar. So I'm gonna... It pegs into the front of the rifle. So it's a huge silencer. That makes a whole lot more sense than what I thought to begin with. So there you go. You've got this really awesome, really big assault rifle. So your sniper guy here can go hide in the bushes and shoot at people from a very long way away with a very large weapon and make very little noise. That's pretty badass. That is pretty cool whatsoever. So we'll go ahead and see now if we can get this thing to attach together. Snap crazy backpack on him. And then he's got this really, really big rifle that he carries around. And I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put his big gun in his right hand. But if you're left-handed, you may default to the left hand for the rifle. But all in all, this is pretty cool looking. Some really cool looking ghillie suit kind of thing going on here. This really, really awesome, huge gun with a huge silencer. So yeah, this is a pretty awesome figure. I wasn't that excited about it to begin with, but now that I've got it out of the package and see all the cool stuff going on, this is pretty awesome. I really like this whole thing. Not so sure about this sled piece, but it works. And again, if you don't like it, you can just take it off and he can just carry the weapon around with him. But yeah, this is a really awesome figure. That's it for our review of the G.I. Joe 30th Anniversary Pursuit of Cobra release of the Jungle Viper. This figure is pretty well summed up badass. Cool figure. I didn't really think it was going to work all that well to begin with, to be honest with you. But then I got it out of the package, got it put together, and I found that big ass gun. And that pretty much clinched it for me. It's done. Sold. Awesome figure. Really awesome sniper rifle. It's just pretty amazing. So yes, go pick this thing up. You will not regret it. It's great to see them kind of branching out in the Cobra troop lineup with some formidable opponents for the Joe team. This particular figure is definitely that. He is a formidable adversary. He can stand 40 miles away with this big ass gun and knock somebody on their feet, off their feet, off, whatever, both ways. He's going to take them out because he's that badass. The kind of ghillie suit he's got here is kind of weird, but it actually works really well in trying to be a good representation of some kind of palm tree kind of apparatus thing. And I could really see where this would come in handy in the jungle. Very easy for him to hide way, way away and still reach his target with this big gun here. So that's really cool. I really like this figure if you hadn't figured it out. Surprisingly so, but yes, very awesome figure. Pick it up. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Leave us some comments in the feedback section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Till next time, happy hunting, and yo Joe.